Welcome to Verified So channel, where we share diversity visa information and real personal stories of the experiences through this journey. Today, we're taking you to Abu Dhabi U.S. Embassy, into the heart of a visa interview process that was as much about patience as it was about paperwork. This is the story of an applicant for the diversity visa program, a journey fraught with anxiety, hope, and the ultimate triumph of a dream. Our story begins in May 2024, when our hopeful applicant submitted his DS-260 form, the initial step in the diversity visa process. It's a moment filled with anticipation, a digital declaration of a dream. Life continued, but that dream, though distant, was always there. October 24th brought an update. He unlocked his DS-260 for some minor changes, a routine step that kept the process moving. Then on February 14th, 2025, like a Valentine's Day gift, the long-awaited second notification letter, or 2NL, arrived. It contained the golden ticket, an appointment date for the interview. The dream was finally becoming tangible. With the interview date set, the next crucial step was the medical exam. He booked his for March 28th. But the path to a visa is rarely straightforward. On April 2nd, a call came from the hospital. They needed another blood sample. The initial results for tuberculosis were unclear. Imagine the dread, the questions swirling in his mind. A week later, he returned to collect his results. The news was both reassuring and unsettling. Indeterminate, they said, but you're fine, nothing to worry about. While the doctors offered comfort, his anxiety soared. Could this seemingly minor hiccup derail everything? Would an indeterminate result lead to disqualification? Despite the gnawing fear, he held on to hope and pressed forward. Then came the day, the interview. He woke early on that April morning, a potent cocktail of nervousness and excitement coursing through him. By 7 a.m., he was completely ready, even though his appointment at the U.S. Embassy wasn't until 11:45 a.m. He waited, the minutes ticking by slowly, until 8:30 a.m. when he finally left his house. By 9 a.m., he was standing outside the U.S. Embassy in Abu Dhabi. The scene outside was a prelude to the bureaucracy within. Non-immigrant visa applicants were ushered inside immediately. But for diversity visa selectees, a different rule applied. They had to wait until 10:30 a.m. Imagine the collective anticipation, the silent camaraderie among those sharing the same dream as they stood in line, a human chain of hope. Finally, the gates opened. Security screening, then into a bustling waiting area, where the hum of conversations mingled with the quiet efficiency of fingerprinting and interviews. Inside, the process began to unfold. He was called to window 6. The officer efficiently collected his documents, his birth certificate, his high school diploma, his bachelor's degree, and crucially, police clearance certificates from the 3 countries where he had lived. Each document, a piece of his life, laid bare for review. After the document check, fingerprints were taken, a tangible confirmation of identity. Next, window 2 for the payment of the $330 visa fee, a substantial sum but a necessary investment in a new future. With the payment made, he received his ticket and settled in to wait for the most critical part, the interview itself. After about 30 minutes, his number was called. Window 13. His moment had arrived. He approached the window, a mix of professionalism and personal inquiry awaiting him. He was greeted and asked to raise his right hand and affirm the truthfulness of his documents. The questions came, a steady stream designed to verify, to understand, to assess. He was asked about his level of education, where and when he obtained it. The officer inquired about how many countries he had visited, if he was currently working in the UAE, and asked to see his Emirates ID. Questions followed about why he chose to work in the UAE. The questions then shifted focus. How many years did he stay in India? How much was his tuition fee? Who paid for his education? And what was his father's profession? After this barrage of questions, the officer's next words sent a ripple of uncertainty through him. He was asked to sit down for a few minutes, as the officer would be back. The officer left, taking his degree. 10 minutes stretched into an eternity. When he returned, he was without the degree. A new line of questioning. He was asked if he had any of his Indian visas. He readily provided them, even offering his rent agreement and electricity bill from his apartment there, desperate to provide any proof necessary. He was then asked to wait again. And so he waited again. The minutes turned into hours. The embassy slowly emptied, the hum of activity dwindling. The morning became late afternoon. Finally, the officer called him one last time. "Your case will be put on administrative processing. We will contact you once the process is completed." Just like that, after hours of scrutiny and waiting, he left the embassy with no definitive answer, only a phrase that looms large in the minds of visa applicants: administrative processing. A period of indefinite waiting, demanding nothing but patience and unwavering hope. The days that followed were a testament to his resilience. Checking his case on SEAC, the Consular Electronic Application Center, became a daily ritual. On May 2nd, he saw his case was still ready, but the last update date had changed. A flicker of hope. May 7th brought an email from the embassy. "Please send in your passport." He mailed it that same day.